Yeah, normally. Hey, what's up, David? Do a version of YSL L'Homme Ultime. Nice, nice. Well, my son of the day, Lovers by Louis Vuitton. And I could still smell it on me. And I think it's been, I don't know, 9 hours, and I'm still picking up the dry down. See if I can adjust the light here a bit. I think that's good enough. Hey, what's up, Dame? Holy Grail by Mirror Image. Speaking of Mirror Image, I do have a bottle here and a sample and something else, but we'll get to that in a little bit. And I'm just waiting for everybody else to pile in, if anybody else does show up. But I do have some other colognes here that I've been revisiting lately since they've been in my collection for quite some time. And I've been spending quite a bit of time with some of my newer pickups from Roja, Carner, Essential Harmony, and Gallagher Fragrance. And then I have 5 others in front of me that I really cannot stop taking my nose off. And they're starting to get some dents. So I'll give everybody a few little bit of time, see if anybody else who participated in this free giveaway actually shows up or not. So I guess we'll see. There's only what, 2 people in the chat, as expected, because the title isn't all that good, but hey, it is what it is. Whoops. Azure Royal is starting to get a crazy dent on your end. I could bet, you know. Um, my Hawas Highness is starting to get a dent. I'd say it's about half empty already. Sadly, you can't really see through this damn bottle. And I don't even think you could scrape it off, but it's about half empty. Yeah, that was a good one. Um, Speaking of some of the shorts I've done for the past, I don't know, week and a half, would you guys agree that Hawas Rasasi is just going too crazy with the Hawas line? It's like no matter what direction you look, left or right, there's always something new dropping. I mean, just now, what? They just launched another one, Hawas Nautilus, which is supposedly duping 40 knots by Zerjoff. I am actually quite interested in that one because I own 40 knots. So I'm quite curious to see if they actually hit another home run or if it's a bust. So, Hawas Nautilus, I will definitely pick up only for that reason to see if it's really like close to 40 knots by Zerjoff or if it's a no go. But either way, I think they got what now? 13 new Hawases, maybe 14. I think they're just doing too much and eventually they're going to burn themselves out from all this mass producing. Yeah, I think last year they did what, 20, 25 releases? And who knows, maybe this year they'll do 40. I don't know. But I mean, some people I've been talking to feel like they're doing too much. They're going nuts, going crazy, while other people are all excited. Now, I'm not going for every single one of them, but I would like to check out Hawas Nautilus, Majestic, and maybe that one called Reina. But other than that, I'm not going for every single one of them. 50? crazy. My guess it's more of a twist because I don't think no. Yeah, that's the other thing. When it comes to the Join the Club series from Zerjoff, 40 knots, none of the notes are even posted anywhere. However, I would have to agree with Charm City. So shout out to the fragrance connoisseurs. It's more or less a woody aromatic to me. And I definitely pick up some florals like violet, but it's quite salty, powdery. One of my absolute favorite niche freshies. Zerjoff is definitely up there for being one of my favorite niche fragrance brands. Majestic is an absolute strong take on BR 540. Huh. I'm gonna have to check that one out. I do have a little, like, bottle of BR 540. Hey, what up, Dutch? Thank you for dropping in. And we're gonna do this live giveaway, and I will announce the winner here shortly. So I thought I would tap in with everybody, get your scent of the day. My scent of the day was Louis Vuitton Lovers. I used to never like that one until my brother got me into it, and I'm hooked, and my bottle's starting to get a crazy dent. And I still pick up the dry down, and it's been about 9 hours on skin. So some people love it, some people hate it, and it's all good. And I do have a fragrance here sitting off to the side. I will do first impressions because I also have my own custom hybrid from Mirror Image Fragrances. And let me tell you, I'm actually impressed what that what Matt does. That guy's got some serious perfuming skills. So we will be talking about this bad boy. And one of my other good friends sent me some fragrance from Joe Milano, first one ever, and we're going to do a live first impressions on that. But further and foremost, I appreciate every single one of you guys for participating in my free giveaway. And the winner is no other than Dutch. And I gotta say, I was thinking about the winner for the last couple of days, going through my list here. Who deserves to win this fragrance? And it was a hard decision because every one of you guys have posted amazing responses. And, like David Webster, it's always fun going shopping, especially if it's your birthday or your mother's birthday. And what's his name? Yes, yes. All you guys had phenomenal responses. And, it was a really tough decision. And everybody else, don't be discouraged that you didn't win, but I do appreciate all you guys for taking a shot. And most of all, you're more like family to me. But I will be doing another free giveaway at the end of March and as we start heading into fall. So, like end of August and beginning of fall, 2 people will be receiving a couple other gifts. And I got to plan it out and see how everything goes. Hey, what's up, Jason? Nice to see you. Yeah, I tried to give Summer Vice the chance off the sample I got, but it is what it is. Some people like it, some people don't, and that's okay. That's all that matters. But I have my reasons why I don't care for it. But some people may enjoy it. But the best part is You're also the winner, Dutch, will be enjoying a 2 milliliter decant of my own personal fragrance that Kevin did at Sensual Obsessions, and I'm telling you, I know he's going to enjoy this one. And to be honest, besides the little 2 milliliters that's missing out of my bottle, I tend to wear this one quite a bit, and I'm going to have another backup made because I know by the end of this year, this is going to be gone. And I tend to reach for my own stuff over everything I own. And it's just the way it is. Am a fan of Sensual Obsessions. I love Kevin's skills, what he does, and eventually I'll have my own second cologne coming. But further and foremost, next free giveaway, I will be picking 2 lucky people. 2. And you guys will have a chance to win some amazing stuff from Central Harmony. She's got some fire hitters. And speaking of hitters, this one right here is another one I can't get my nose off of. Neo Diagrumi has one of the best blood orange notes I've ever smelled. It's got, some patchouli, vetiver, white jasmine. I think there's a little bit of oud in here. Other than that, this is some phenomenal stuff. And I tend to reach for this one quite a bit. And then you got another guy, my brother from another mother, Jerry and Clayton. Shout outs to Native Parfums. I've been reaching for this one quite a bit too. Blueberry Shine. Crazy performance, projection, sillage, and longevity. If you're familiar with Swamp Water by Native Parfums, you pretty much got a blueberry fruit accord on top of the original Swamp Water DNA, and this one's straight gas. And of course, I've been gravitating towards 40 knots, Rasasi Huas Highness, and then I have some other colognes here I've been revisiting since I've owned them, and I never really gave them a chance until recently. And I think I only talked a little bit about each one of them, but another one I just been really reaching for and I want to wear a little more is by the Spirit of Dubai. And this one is Bahar. And I think there's 40 some notes in this? 40 something, somewhere around there. And it almost makes me think like, when can I wear this? Because of how many notes are in this. And I think it's like, what? You got rose, cherry, aquatic, all kinds of fruit, wood, florals. There's so many, and like saltiness, aquatic, crazy fragrance. I feel like this is something you can wear in the spring, summer, and fall. But I think during the spring notes pop. During the summer notes pop, and then so on. But other than that, some of the other ones I've been revisiting is like this one, Bond Number 9. I never really gave this one a chance. And this one's pretty good. Kind of clean, tart, maybe some aldehydes. And another crazy one for the summer is from the Merchant of Venice. And we got, what is this one? Carnival Mandarin. This one's kind of weird. Kind of reminds me of like the way Sprite would taste, but it's got like some herbaceous tone to it. I think terramine, mandarin, some other citrus. Sadly, this one doesn't last long, but I think about 6 hours, but it's perfect for them hot, steamy, muggy days. And last but not least, since I've owned this one, This was the 4th Creed I picked up, and I had a sample of it, and even then, I still never really gave it a chance. I think it's safe to admit that I bought it just to have it, but I recently revisited Royal Oud by Creed. Last night, I was spraying this on skin, and it just hit me right then and there. It just took hold and grew on me, so I'm glad I actually ordered this. And the funny thing is, I don't really pick up oud in this fragrance. I do definitely pick up, angelica seed and maybe some kinda like maybe sandalwood. It's got some woods in here, but this one's it's pretty decent. It's definitely different, and this is something where, to me, it feels like you need to dress this one up if you're gonna wear it. This is like a standout statement piece, maybe like suit and tie kinda stuff, but I could still appreciate it. I really enjoy the angelica seed in this, and some other notes as well, but this is really good shit. This is good stuff. And what else we got? Sven dies at M and V Lean Femme. Holy Grail by Mirror Image Fragrance. Their take on faith. Oh, no shit. I'm gonna have to check that one out. And let's get right to it. So I was chilling in Kicks and Dutch's Live not long ago where they were talking about Mirror Image Fragrance. And eventually, you know what? I decided to go for it, and I decided to have my own custom hybrid. And here we got Velvet Vice. The only thing I came up with was the name, Velvet Vice. Now, this here, I picked up some wild inspo uh inspirations I wanted for this to be. So here's the 4 that I picked. I didn't create the fragrance, but I picked out the name and what I wanted done, and I'm impressed. So here's the 4 ones that I went. I went with Bond Number 9, Andy Warhol. And then I went with Byrido, Marijuana. Or no, I went with Amouage Lyric, and then Byrido, Marijuana, and Argos, Triumph Abacus. Man, oh man, does this smell good. And that atomizer. Whew, this is so good. Straight fire. LV Fit LW Fitness. I'm deciding between getting LV Imagination, PDM's Sedley. What do you recommend? Either. Whatever your heart decides, go with your gut. If you feel like going Sedley, get Sedley. If you want imagination, get imagination. Both of those are great. Now, I don't own Sedley, but I did smell my nose on it, and it smells good. And imagination, it's great. But, you know, imagination, I feel like caters to so many different people. It's pretty much in a clean, expensive tea vibe, but it's good, you know. If you feel like imagination, go with imagination. That's if you're comfortable spending about $386.10 because their prices did go up not too long ago again. And that's how much you're going to spend for a bottle. So I figure I'd throw it out there. And Sedley, you could find that relatively cheap through a lot of discounters. You might be able to find it at Aura Fragrance, Venba, Olfactory LLC, depending what you're looking for. 4 ounce, 2 ounce bottle, 2.5 ounce, 2.5 ounce bottles, like, maybe high 140s to 160s. But even so, it all comes down to what you really want. I mean, not too many people are comfortable to spend 300, 500 some dollars on cologne. I am. I'm okay with that because it's what I like. But it's not something I will always do either, if that makes sense. Yeah, Dame, that's crazy, right? But here's the thing, it smells good, absolutely good. And it came out the way I knew it would. And I like going with things that most people wouldn't think it would ever work out. And man, it smells so damn good. So this was worth checking out, worth doing. So I'm happy to add this one. So I'm definitely going to enjoy it while it macerates and blends and reach its full potential. And then I'm going to do a full review on it. Yeah, I know. I like it. This, sometimes, you know, when it comes to custom hybrids, it's always fun to step out of your comfort zone and just go wild and let your mind wander and really test the waters and do something thinking it won't go good together. But it came out good. Yeah, Velvet Vice is the name. Hey, what's up, Joel? How's it going, buddy? And if I'm not mistaken, I think TLTG Reviews is live tonight too. So I'm certain most of my other regulars are probably over there. It's all good. But let's do this first impressions on Mirror Image, um, Ocean Playboys. Ocean Playboys? I'm assuming it's gonna be oceanic or something, but I think my sample spilled inside of the sample bag when it was shipped my way, but I got a couple sprays, so let's see what this one's like. Pretty decent atomizers here. Wow, that's bright, vibrant, clean, very fresh. So I'm guessing this is one of his originals, Ocean Playboys. I assume. I get a lot of citrus, very bright, almost like something. I'm almost thinking maybe lemon, grapefruit, very, very bright, bright citrus. But man, is this good! Ocean Playboys is his take on Aqua Sextus. Okay, that is very bright, very bright. Lot of citrus. I'm not familiar with that brand of whatever he's doing, but what I'm getting here is a lot of citrus. Kind of pick up maybe a little bit of, is there musk? If anybody knows the notes, correct me if I'm wrong, but based off what I'm picking up on my skin is I'm getting a lot of citrus in the opening, almost like grapefruit, maybe a lemon, or maybe a bergamot. I kind of feel like I'm getting like this bright grapefruit, maybe a mandarin orange, something. Either way, kind of getting warm. And there's a little, maybe some musk, and it's got some watery marine notes. Either way, this is good. This is really good. That's pretty good. If anybody's familiar with that, that's pretty good. You could definitely probably rock this year round. Summer, spring, fall, daily driver. That fits right in there. And last but not least, here's where let's get live first impressions on my custom hybrid here. What do we got here? So I was right. I was picking up some mandarin orange, grapefruit, bergamot. So I got a few right, and then I got some like C notes because it was kind of salty. That's the other thing. I wasn't sure, but I was picking up like white florals, almost like a jasmine or something. That's pretty good. So I got a few notes right. Good to know. I'm gonna have to add Aqua Sextus to my list and Ocean Playboys. But I got another one here sitting off to the side. And we have Joe Milano, Game Spades, all in. Gee, I wonder what they're trying to dupe here. City of Stars by Louis Vuitton. Now, I'm very familiar with City of Stars. My brother has it, and I've had plenty of times of wearing that one. So we'll see what this one has to offer, whether it's thumbs up or thumbs down. But further and foremost, I will be right back. I got to use the restroom. I tend to drink too much water. Oh, oh. Whew. Man, did I have to go. Excuse me. All right, I'm back. Excuse me for that, but I have to stay hydrated at all times. I'm just gonna get this off my chest. Some of you guys know I have a health issue. Other guys don't. And I developed an issue with my blood pressure ever since I quit drinking alcohol. I was a hardcore drunk. And for me to keep the lightheadedness, blurry vision away at bay, even though I'm on medication for it, the meds don't really help that much. It kind of does. So I have to stay constantly hydrated at all times to get the lightheadedness to go away. So if you see me stepping away, it's because I have to take a bathroom break. So let's not get off topic here. I thought I would throw that out there. It's annoying, but it is what it is. So, crazy box, heavy bottle, and let's see what this one has to offer here. It's the first one, Game of Spades, all in. Yeah, I'm going on, I think October 15th will be 7.5 years sober. And I had an expensive alcoholic expense. And I don't want to, you know, I don't have a problem with other people drinking, but I do. I just let's get right to it. See what this one's like. Couple of sprays. Mm. I can see the direction they're trying to go, but this ain't it. Wow, this is weird. In the air, I'm getting like, you know, citrus, laundry detergent, and powdery. Laundry detergent? It's like it's got aldehydes here, powdery notes. I think there's tear flower, citrus, mandarin. I'm familiar with City of Stars, but this one's I don't know about this one. I'm not feeling this. Yeah, I think that's a pass for me. Lot of powderiness. Very powdery. I get it's soapy, like laundry detergent. Almost like Gain dryer sheets kind of smell. That's what I'm getting. Very, very powdery. In the air, I do see the direction they're trying to go, but this is nowhere even remotely close to City of Stars. And what they were trying to do, man, this I can see why nobody really likes that one. Makes sense. I don't even like it. But the real one by Louis Vuitton, yeah, I'll take the real one any day. But I can appreciate what they're trying to do. This for me to actually wear this, I would have to actually spend time with it, but based off first impressions, I give this a 6.1 out of 10. Yeah, I'm just not feeling that one. Are any of you guys familiar with Joe Milano, Game of Spades? And if any of them out there are worth checking out, let me know. I thought about bonus, maybe wild card, but this ain't it. This ain't it. This would make a nice air freshener for like your car, truck. That's where this comes in. But I'm not feeling this. This is no good. Absolutely no good. Some people might like this, but I don't like this. Yeah, I like City of Stars. I like City of Stars. My brother has, I think his bottle's half empty, and I sometimes wear it once in a while. I love it. It's a good one. Yeah, somebody sent this to me to check out because they own City of Stars. And since I like City of Stars, I said, you know what? I'll give it a whirl, see what it's about. And I never smelled anything by Joe Milano yet, other than this one. And the only other one I did smell at TJ Maxx was Full House. And that one was I didn't care for that either. And at least to me, doing a side by side comparison, Full House, Game of Spades, I don't think it was that close to imagination. It's the quality that I find. Some of these dupes, like let's say Ahmed Al Maghribi, Azure Royal, they did an amazing job. What is it? Ahmed Al Maghribi Spectrum Chill, kind of a tropical take on Pacific Chill. That was good. Yeah, I didn't like it. No, it's not Dutch. It's hard to duplicate that one. Very hard. A lot of them are hard to duplicate. Sometimes I feel like the perfumer, Jacques, doesn't really tell all the notes to a lot of these Louis Vuitton fragrances, other than the ones that are posted on some of these websites. I don't think he tells everything, and there's probably a good reason why. If I was a master perfumer and I was doing stuff for, like, let's say Dior or Louis Vuitton and things like that, you know, I wouldn't tell everything. I might throw a few notes out there, and I would rather, you know, protect my investments. That's just like how I look at it. Aqua Dubai, not bad. It's okay. It's decent. Al Hair Mine, that's another, the Amber Oud line's pretty decent. I don't find nothing wrong with it. And I've had Aqua Dubai for a long time. I haven't worn that in a few months. But yeah, I'm not feeling Game of Spades all in. Who knows? I might offer this as a free giveaway too, just to throw it in there. This is shit. I'm not afraid to say it. This is shit. So, Marwa, either you don't, I never even smelled, so it's all out. Yeah, all out. I don't like it. I'm not feeling this one. I've only tried Wild Card. Reminds me of Fruity Pebbles and fabric softener. Ugh. Oh. Oh man. Who wants to smell like breakfast in the morning in fabric softener? Now, don't get me wrong. I do enjoy aldehydes. I do enjoy. I like aldehydes in fragrance. For example, I'll use this one since there's citrus and aldehydes at the top. Let's go with this, for example. Roja, tea food. You got bergamot aldehydes in the opening at the top. Once it settles down, you do get the slight fresh aldehydes with bergamot. But then that heart really opens up and you pick up this dewy tea rose. And you got geranium. And you got clove buds that provide some warmth. And then in the dry down, you got like what? Amber, frankincense, and I think sandalwood and vanilla or benzoin, something. I know Dutch is more familiar with this one than I am, and I'm still spending time with it to get used to it. But I'll say this much. Roja Teef Oud is my number one favorite rose fragrance. And one of the things I do enjoy here with this one is the oud. It's quite clean, no animalic or funkiness. It's easy to wear. And I can see myself wearing this every day. It's just that damn good. So there's another good example of aldehydes because it's in this one. Pancake syrup, coffee with, that's a good one too. New Harlem's a good one. I smelled it once. I got nothing against that one. Here's another good one with aldehydes that I enjoy. Here's another one here. Edge of Eden by Day 3. You got peppermint aldehydes, honeysuckle, which provides the sweetness. This is a beautiful one. And you got apple. I think apple, green apple, aldehydes, honeysuckle. There might be pink acacia. This is a phenomenal freshy floral fragrance. You got aldehydes in here. I enjoy it in this one as well. So aldehydes can go different ways depending what they're blended with, and it comes down to quality, especially with the perfume oils that a lot of these brands work with. When you wear that in the fall and winter, it's beautiful. It's all year, but that chilly air does something special. I'll keep that in mind when it gets cooler here. I do like it, so I thank you for talking to me about this one and putting me onto it. And yeah, I blind bought it, and it was a good blind buy because I knew I was gonna enjoy this. And blind buying, I don't necessarily recommend blind buying. I wouldn't even recommend that to a lot of my subscribers or anybody who's new to my channel. I always recommend sample first because you blind buy something, whether it's a recommendation from me or someone else, another channel that you watch, you're not going to be happy with it. And, I always recommend sample, sample, sample. If you got a retail store by you, go check it out, get your nose on it. Now, if you do enjoy blind buying, that is all on you. And you really can't, blame a fragrance reviewer, especially if they're telling you to sample, get a discovery set, you know. And at the same time, I don't always push any of my subscribers to go out and waste their money on cologne. You know, whatever you guys do, that's your business. All I like is to give honest reviews, nothing else. And let's get this text out of the way. So, I might take advantage of that, see what it does, you know. Also, what I also been doing is expanding my video catalog on my channel. I've been doing some shorts on evergreen content like fragrance tips, how to create a budget, how to store your colognes properly, stop rubbing your wrists and all that fun stuff. So I will be busy recording content tonight, tomorrow. I got a bunch of stuff I got to upload. So I will have some new stuff out. So I got a lot of ideas brewing up in my head, and I got a lot of full reviews to do. I am slightly backlogged because, life just happens. I get extremely busy on a daily basis. So summer is probably the most active for me where I'm just busy, 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 busy. When it starts heading into the fall and winter, I'm not as busy. Supper categories. Doing a smell like breakfast, dinner, supper categories. I'm going to write that down and see what I can come up with. Like smelling like breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And, picking out 3 fragrances that smell like breakfast, smells like lunch, or smells like dinner. I think gourmands would fit dinner. Breakfast could fit, let's say citrus fragrances because you need your vitamins. Yeah, I'm definitely going to do that. I think citrus fragrance would fit breakfast. Lunch could be, maybe something lactonic. Dinner would be like a gourmand fragrance, you know? I could see that. Yeah, I think we should do that. Do different stuff, start adding stuff out there that nobody really does. And I notice a lot of people don't always do evergreen content either. I don't see too many people talking about how to store your cologne properly or, how to create a fragrance budget. And we all need a fragrance budget. And I know we all feel the same when we overspend and spend too much on things that we love. And especially another one. I still see to this day, yeah, than actual dessert fragrances, you know? I do have quite a bit of dessert fragrances, though. So, I'm definitely gonna write that down. Actually, you know what? If I forget, Joel, you could just DM that idea. Imma put that into works and see what happens, how it turns out, get a full video out, shorts and stuff. Maybe it's time all of us that have a channel, we should start doing that, see where it goes. Who knows? So, yeah, definitely. See what else here. I do have a couple other ones on the way. I did pull the trigger and bought another Hawass. It was on sale at Joma's shop, and they got it out pretty quickly again. I think I'll have it in this week. I decided to pick up Hawass Malibu. Um, I don't want to know what they're duping yet until I smell it myself. And that's the other thing. When people start reviewing new Hawass, new whatever, I don't always watch their video until I'm done doing my content. And then I watch theirs. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And I did some shorts and I do have long form videos I need to get out on, you know, storing your cologne. I actually will have that posted on Thursday. I do got some other evergreen content to do as well, like, how to start a collection, you know, fri you know, basic colognes for beginners, things like that, or, your top 10 high heat fragrances. I still have a bunch of stuff to do. I still got, full reviews and all that good stuff, but tonight I'll be recording. Tomorrow, may probably not tomorrow, but Tuesday I'll be recording, and probably Thursday, Saturday. I like to record every other day. Sometimes I, you know, get busy, but yeah, far as the your free giveaway you won, Dutch, we talk all the time on IG. You could DM me your address and all that stuff, and I'm a package. That box is already packaged up. I'm gonna tape it, and I gotta head out to the post office tomorrow, so I'll be able to drop it off, get it out to you. And then all I ask is once you get your nose on my 2 milliliter decant, I want 100% honest feedback. And let me know what you think of it. And then you could tell all the other guys to be like, man, you know what? That is a good fragrance. Yes, that's another topic. Yes, that those like I actually have a list of stuff that's printed out in my binder for content, for evergreen content, and a lot of those are on my list that I'll be talking about. And that's like the other thing with like let's say for example, um Unique Luxury, Zingy, Zangy, however you pronounce it. And then you have what? What is the other one? Sangria by Lorenzo. If I buy the one by Unique Luxury, I wouldn't need Sangria. Oh, hey, sir, I didn't see you there. Who won? Dutch. Dutch the Bible Thumper won. He won the free giveaway. I like layering clones of the same fragrance. They fill in the gap of one of another. Hmm, interesting. So you enjoy spraying clones, layering of the same fragrance? Hmm. Hey, whatever floats your boat, sir. When I layer, I like spraying different colognes and see what really goes together. Like the other day, I did what was it? I did Roja Taif Oud and Zaharoff Black Rose Halfetti, and I did Louis Vuitton Elves. 3 different types of rose, and I sprayed them in different places, and I was amazed by that kind of a combo, how good each and every one of them smelled. When I do layers, I grab different stuff and see what actually goes good together and what doesn't work. Yeah, redundancy is definitely an issue, and that's something Imma be doing a short on tomorrow. That needs to be addressed. 'Cause there's a lot of redundancy out there. And, far as some of the new guys who have subscribed and had an opportunity, Imma be real and honest with you. It was a tough decision because a lot everybody gave me such amazing responses with their scent of the day and why they picked it, and the one that stood out to me the most was Dutch. Nothing against, nothing personal, but moving forward, I will do random giveaways at random times. And it was, my opportunity to finally give a decent giveaway. And it's been a while. And I achieved another milestone. So, next giveaway will probably be at the end of August. And probably, end of August, early fall. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Tara, speaking of that, the shipping to Canada is just crazy. I actually looked into it. The last time I was up at, what? The post office, I think it's like 100 some dollars just to ship to Canada, and it's crazy. Well done to Scented Paradise. Thank you, sir. Much appreciated. Thank you so much for the opportunity. There will be another opportunity. So, all the new people who participated and subbed, you know, into the future, moving forward, I like to do things different. I notice some bigger creators do monthly giveaways. My channel's not monetized yet, but eventually I'll get there. And when I do monetize my channel, things will be different. But for now, I want to be different than everybody else, as I should. So I feel comfortable doing random giveaways at random times. Think of a like a flash giveaway, a flash sale at your favorite store, like Nike, Adidas flash sales, best time to buy back to school clothing and stuff. Now, Dutch won. Yeah, Dutch, out of everybody who did participate, the one, everybody had good responses. It was really, really hard. Out of 12 people, I'm sitting there, I had the list right here. And I'm sitting here and I'm like, man, number one, yes, yes, had a good response. Frankie, Stefan, Harvey. Kira, David Webster. All these guys had amazing responses, and out of everybody, I picked Dutch, and he gets Summer Vice, and he gets my personal 2 milliliter decant of my personal fragrance. What was Brody's scent of the day? Yeah, I've been really looking at my channel differently ever since I hit past 500 subscribers. I kind of look at it like as if I owned my own small business. So I do look at it different. And yeah, next giveaway, I'll post in my YouTube community page like I normally do when a free giveaway alert comes up. That way everybody sees it. Well, there's reasons why to that, you know? Everybody's different. Everybody grows organically different. Some are slow, some aren't. And then you got some of them people out there who migrate from TikTok and bring their audience to YouTube. And then they're like TikTok brain rot, Gen Z generation, you know? And let's be honest, YouTube is oversaturated with so many fragrance reviewers. And that's the other thing to keep in mind. The more subscribers you gain, the more your content gets pushed out to a wider audience that don't really know who you are. And that's what you can call cold viewers. They're, a lot of my videos get now pushed to a bigger, broader, wider audience. And I learned this. And that's what you call cold viewers. They don't know you, they don't know who you are. So, you know, if you don't hit that payoff within 1 to 2 seconds, they're not going to give a shit. That's why I like it better to go on other YouTubers' lives. Yes. Yeah, when you're starting a channel, when you're first starting out, your videos get showed to certain, you know, let's say tiers, I guess, a certain audience. And then it's so quick to grow fast. But once you start hitting up to 500 and over, you'll notice a difference. Later, and I noticed that over time. So here we go again. So I picked up on that once I hit past 500 subscribers. I noticed my videos and shorts were getting showed to a colder audience that doesn't really know who I am. And also, there's a lot of people who already have their favorite content creators in the fragrance space. So I'm always also going up against other people as well. But you know what? I'm actually proud of myself. I never expected, my channel to go the direction it's going. You know, at first, I looked at it as a hobby. And then as I started gaining more subs as time went on, I said, you know what? I actually got something nice going on here. And now I look at my channel way different. And I put my time and effort into everything I do. So and I'm just happy I was able to do a decent free giveaway. The first time I did the first time I ever did a free giveaway, it just turned out to be shitty. And it was just, and 2, I was going through some hard times when that happened. And I made a mistake when I did a short. I should have said USA based only, but I didn't. And one of my first subscribers, you know, guessed the right answer. At the time, my favorite Zaharoff was Seraphim Blue at the time, and he got it right. And I tried to make things right, and I tried to get the package to him, but it was like $500 for shipping. So instead, we worked out another deal. I gifted him an Amazon gift card that equals up to the amount of Sadrat Boise by Mancera, and he was happy with that. So, and then during that time, when I tried to do a free giveaway, I got laid off. So life happened. And bills don't stop coming in when you get laid off. Gotta pay them bills, so there's another reason why I wasn't buying cologne much either. And at that time, I was in a rocky phase. I didn't, you know at that point, I was kinda iffy with my channel, but soon some luck came my way and things are smoother and much better. And also, I owe a lot to one of my good cousins. He has a channel on YouTube. It's Milwaukee Live, so shout out to my cousin. He broke down how analytics work and broke it all down, broke all the YouTube analytics, what each and every one of them means. So now I understand everything. And I'm like, oh, so this is how it works. Okay. So now I'm on the right path to success. And I get better every day. Yeah, for sure. I appreciate that, Dutch. What I started, just what was it? October something, 2024, I think I started the channel. I didn't know what the hell I was doing. I was just talking. Wow, this guy is already commenting on my channel. Yeah. Yeah, I do have a good pace. And I think reason why there's another reason what I how I do my content is I was always good at English, writing. I was good with a very vocabulary memory, you know, words and such. It's like, when I do my research or when I script and things like that, and, you know, everything that goes in the editing, I kind of apply my music skills to my content in a way. I used to do music before, and I'm shocked to even see some of my old hip hop videos are still on YouTube. And I never did it for fame. I never did any of that. I just did it for fun. And I used to, come up with some crazy bars and fuck around on a microphone. I did some crazy shit. And to this day, I still have a bunch of my mixtapes and CDs stashed away. And, rap, I gotta tell you, man, music, if you have the skills and you can rap, it's a good outlet to have that, it's like your escape from all the bullshit that you deal with in everyday life. And that's one of the things I kind of apply a little of that into my content with pacing, editing, you know, I enjoy making my own thumbnails. I have fun with that. I let my mind wander and let it brainstorm ideas. And then, you know, I like my name, SP, Scented Paradise. It fits perfectly, you know. And here I am, past what, 600 subs? I think 13 already. So before you know it, I'll probably be at 700, 800 or something, maybe at the end of this year. Who knows? But it is what it is. I never expected to even make it this far. But I have enough faith in myself, and I'm going to keep on trucking, keep moving forward. You know, that's how winning is done. And for all my new subscribers, they'll definitely have some other opportunities to win stuff because I have other ideas in my head that I want to do for giveaways, and not just fragrance either. So, you know, I got some ideas that I'm going to bounce off some other people that I talk to on IG, that I talk to every day, get their advice and their opinion, see what they think before I even talk about it. But I I do have a few other ideas I want to do for like free giveaways. And not just cologne all the time, you know? Some other stuff. I want to be different, you know? Everybody does monthly giveaways. For now, I'm gonna just keep it at random, random times where they just pop up out of the clear blue. So, and I think the next one will probably be at the end of August and maybe the beginning of fall as we start heading in the fall. And that's when the good fragrances start coming out, where everybody goes, you know, for them fall, lovely fall fragrances. So, hey, I appreciate that, David. Thanks. But yeah. So we'll see what happens. And yeah, I'm not feeling Game of Spades all in here still. Even in the dry down. The citrus calmed down. The citrus is kind of decent. Um I get musk. It's probably the only thing I like here is this musk that's coming out. Other than that, yeah, this is a no-go. I don't even think I'm gonna keep this in my collection. So I might even offer this to a free giveaway. Who knows? Have to see. I'm not feeling that. That one is just no good. I appreciate that, everybody. But yeah, it's been what? It's almost 8 o'clock. I might go a little longer. All depends how I feel. But oh, I don't know if any of you guys are sneakerheads yet. Best time for fragrance, sneaker, fashion, period, dope events. Just love the weather. Yeah. Well, speaking of that, I did get some new sneakers, and I know I have a few sneakerheads in my subscribers as well, you know. But I'm going to use the bathroom again, and I'll be right back. That's another thing. I'm getting tired of this health issue that I have. Oh. Speaking of that, I got some new sneakers. Well, I'm going to go grab them. Because I think a few people saw them. I think you already saw them. But these the color scheme, for some reason, it just makes me think of Miami, summer nights in Miami. But these ones are badass. I gotta say, these are dope. Like literally dope. I got a good deal on these. And man, are they comfortable. They're so damn comfortable. Same with the Air Max that I bought not too long ago. Air Max 90s. That's what I'm rocking today. Those things are so comfortable too, but these are just a little more comfort. So I had to get these. When I saw the color scheme, I think it's the South Beach Flow colorway. I had to add those. So, lifelong sneaker junkie. Good to know. Now, I'm not crazy. I don't, buy a bunch of shoes, but now I think I got one, two, three, four, five. I have two new sneakers. My favorites, though, as far as sneakers go, my favorite to this day is the Nike Social Status strawberry and chocolate milkshakes. I own both of those. And I only wear those when I'm going out somewhere nice. What's your go-to all-round fragrance for July and August? Go-to all around? Lately, what I've been gravitating and wearing quite a bit is this one, Hawas Highness, chrome bottle. This is like all around great stuff. So I've been wearing this quite a bit. And recently I did do a top 10 uh, fragrances video on my channel. Fragrances I can't stop wearing and reaching for, where you'll definitely find some more information there. But if I had to say go to all year for July and August, Hawas Highness, Ahmed Al Maghribi, Azure Royal, Mansera Intense French Riviera. No, I've been live for 72 minutes now. I started around 6:30. So I'm assuming YouTube didn't send you a notification, maybe. Lately, I've been seeing that a lot lately from a lot of, I've been seeing that a lot from a lot of guys where some people get my notifications, some don't, and that's going on. It's weird. Dutch the Bible Thumper won. It was a hard decision too, because everybody had a really good response, and it was a really, really tough decision for me to pick. If I could pick all 12, I would, but I can't, and it was only one, and I picked Dutch to win, and he won. Because the last couple of days, I actually lost sleep over it. And I'm like, man, everybody commented, had so many good responses. Who am I going to pick? It can only be one person. And I picked Dutch the Bible Thumper to win the free giveaway. But you know what, Kara? Moving forward, I will continue to do random free giveaways where it'll be at random times where other people will have other opportunities to win. And I'm thinking the next free giveaway will probably be end of August, early fall, somewhere around there, where this time I will pick out 2 lucky winners. So there would be 2 people this time. And once I monetize my channel and things do get better, then yeah, things can lead to bigger and better things. And there's other ideas that I have in my head for other types of free giveaways as well. And not just Cologne, but I still got to brainstorm on that, figure it out when that time comes. But for now, moving forward, I am going to do random giveaways, or even when I hit certain milestones and I continue to grow my channel. Say, let's say the next I earn 200 subs and I hit 800 subscribers, yeah, there will be a free giveaway for that. You know, I'm just throwing out examples, but you know, definitely I do want to give back and do another giveaway sometime. I'm thinking, let's see, where's the calendar here? I got a calendar in front of me. So maybe I'll put a post out on YouTube community page, maybe like the end of August and beginning of fall. August and fall, September are my 2 favorite months out of the whole year. So let's see, August 31st to maybe September 1st, I'll put out an update when the next free giveaway will happen and what the rules are. But this time, it'll definitely be 2 people. And it's going to be more exciting because it's going to be from Essential Harmony. And I'm a fan of her stuff. And I absolutely love a lot of her fragrances. And I've owned, what, I think 3 full bottles now. Because at first I bought decants. And let me tell you, her decants, she hooks it up when you buy a sample pack. And I killed every one of them except 2. The other 2 I did give to my brother, and he loves them. He's a fan of Dee's work. She's very, very talented, and she's got some really good juice. And so eventually I do. See if we can make it 4 winners. Okay, yeah, talk to her. Either way, I want to make it to where eventually get up to where 4 people can win and make it fun. Yeah, for sure. Dee's got some really amazing stuff, though, hands down. And even like Matt up at Mirror Image, I'm happy to have my second custom hybrid fragrance. And I'm shocked and I'm impressed that he brought this to life the way he did it. Man, is this stuff gas. I can't wait until what, maybe 4 to 6 weeks goes by and this reaches full potential. Man, oh man. So, talk about redundancy. I don't need Bond number 9, Andy Warhol, or Amouage Lyric, or Byrado Marijuana, or Argos, a Triumph of Bacchus, because I have all 4 into this bottle. Man, does this smell good. Man, is that good. Hey, what's up, Kicks? How's it going, man? Thank you for popping in. So, yeah, for everybody who wasn't here earlier, the winner of my free giveaway is Dutch the Bible Thumper. He won. And eventually, I will, do, I'll definitely be doing more giveaways as time goes. For now, I'm going to just keep it at random times where things pop up. But yeah, since you're here, Kicks, figure why not on live? You gotta see. There's my new sneakers right here. That color scheme is clean. And man, are these so damn comfortable. Man, oh man. Those are the Nike Air Max Plus South Beach Flow colorway. Yeah, they're dope. Coral. Yeah, I'm rocking my Air Force 90s today. They're like crimson red. Nike had a sale going on, so I bought a bunch of new clothing, sneakers, of course. I saw a couple that caught my eye, and I said, you know what? I'm copping those. Those are coming home. And I needed some new sneakers. Uh, my Jordans, I've had purple grape Jordans, like the old school ones, high tops. Those finally ended up with holes on the bottom. And I finally threw them out. I think those, I think they were what, the mid Jordans? I forget. But they were like mid Air Jordans, grape, purple, black with suede on them. I had them for like 4 or 5 years, and they finally had a hole in the bottom. They went into the trash today, sadly. And then I finally put to the test my ear up tempos. I still have them, but I clean them because I wear those a lot. But, they're too bulky. They're kind of uncomfortable. And I needed some good walking shoes, and my doctor recommended Air Max 90s. So I bought a pair. And then I saw they had a sale on these Air Max Plus. I had to have those. So it was like, should I buy another cologne or sneakers? Something I really need. So I bought sneakers instead. Yes, heat for the feet. All right. Yeah, so I wore these yesterday, and between the two, Air Max 90, Air Max Plus, I like these slightly more than the Air Max 90. So I can't wait to add another pair. There's another pair I want as well. But yeah, those are comfortable. Absolutely comfortable. Hands down. Far as comfort goes with Air Max 90, I'm not really, a sneakerhead 100%. But far as comfort goes, they're pretty good. They're more comfortable than the Air Max up tempos. I'd say, for me, to my liking, they're a little more firmer on the front top portion of my foot. And the recent injury I had that I recently got over, these are great for walking. And comfort, I give it maybe about a 7.8 out of 10. But those Air Max Plus, I give those a nice 8.2 out of 10 far as comfort goes. But they're decent. So I'm happy I finally got some new kicks, new sneakers. And that's the other thing. Next month, I plan on buying some more clothing, and there's one other pair of sneakers that I want. And I need another fitted cap. I saw a Florida Marlins hat that I want, and sadly, it doesn't come in my size, but it comes in a snapback, and I want to cop it. It would go perfect with my new sneakers. So, everybody else that popped in my live stream, what was your scent of the days? Skechers. Hey, I'm not gonna hate. Skechers actually has some decent shoes. Work shoes, non-slip. I wore Skechers. They have some decent not non-skip shoes for like work. They're pretty decent. But yeah, for me and you know, I guess I have a high instep, so certain sneakers fit me better. And these were worth it, you know. I think I paid $74 for my Air Max 90s, and that's a steal. And the newer ones that came in yesterday, I paid about maybe a buck 30 for them, so it was a steal either way. But yeah, but Nike.com's got a sale going on from now until late August, and I plan on taking advantage of that. I gotta get some new t-shirts, sweatpants, shorts, hoodies, zip ups, and clothes. That's my main concern. And I think I'm gonna grab another pair of Ear Max 90s and these other Ear Max Plus that I saw. So we're about what? Almost 8 o'clock. I might stay for a little while longer and then shut it down and then maybe try and catch the last bit of TLTG Reviews live stream. Oh, is Ross still live? Or did his live stream end already? Or is he still going? I'm not sure. Because maybe I'll have to catch the replay. But it's been a minute since I've seen him live. Because I know he's a busy guy and busy. Being busy is always good. I like being busy. But yeah, so congrats to Dutch again. I'm happy you won the package. So you get to do your live first impressions or whatever for Scent Cinema on Summer Vice. See where that goes. But maybe you'll like it, but maybe you'll like my own personal fragrance over it. Either way, I don't think there's nothing wrong with Summer Vice. It's just not for me. And out of that sample, it's just not for me, sadly. And I do own a few by Vivamor parfums. In fact, one of the latest ones I did pick up by Vivamor that came out this year. And I'm a sucker for vetiver. But I'll say this much. This one here by Vivamor, Own the Now. This is another one that I grab quite often. It's more of a creamy take on vetiver. And you kind of got a little similarity with like citrus in the opening and some cardamom. But other than that, it's a good fragrance. So, all right, later, Joel. Yeah, I think Ross is still live, so I might head over there myself. So I appreciate everybody who came to watch and hear me talk about fragrance, and I not revealed the winner. But further and foremost, I appreciate it, y'all. I'll see you guys live next week, Sunday. Until next time, you know the saying, stay blessed, stay fresh, and smell your best.